What's up guys, saintsbanger here and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be previewing Saints' upcoming fixture in the midweek against Coventry. As always guys, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you've got any questions, pop them down in the comments. Let's get into the video. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. First of all, as you can see, we've got some new graphics which I'm trying out. Let me know in the comments what you think about them. And secondly, obviously, Saints have a really important fixture tomorrow evening against Coventry. Saints are currently sat 4th in the table with Coventry sat 15th. So for Russell Martin's men, it is a must-win game. As you can see from the graphic, both teams are entering this game in good form. Saints obviously coming off the back of that draw with Watford and are 12 games unbeaten. And Coventry are also in fairly good form with 3 wins and 1 draw out of the last 5 games. And this is a really crucial game for Russell Martin to get back on track. Obviously, drawing in basically the last minute against Watford isn't ideal. And we did lose ground on the leaders, so it's really important tomorrow night that we get back to winning ways. And in terms of how Saints are going to be lining up, there are a few different options. Obviously, on the screen here, you can see the first option, which I think is a very, very strong lineup. Obviously, the goalkeeper and back four shouldn't change. You may see James Bree come in at left back, which we'll talk through. And then a really solid midfield of Flynn Downs, Shea Charles and Stuart Armstrong. Obviously, that's down to if Flynn Downs is healthy after his illness. And then wide right, Adam Armstrong, Ryan Fraser on the left, and then through the middle, Charlie Alcaraz. And a variation of that could be James Bree coming in at left back to take the spot of Ryan Manning. If Flynn Downs still isn't healthy, then Shea Charles can move back into that holding role. And you could see either Smallbone or Joe Aribo coming into that midfield spot. There could also be a variation of this where Charlie Alcaraz either plays out on the left or up front. And then, yeah, Che Adams comes in up top or takes that left-hand side spot. You could also see some more minutes for Edozie at left wing. Hasn't played too much recently, and a few of the players did look a little bit leggy against Watford, so maybe it's time for some fresh legs. And just some final thoughts moving into tomorrow night's game. First of all, the big one currently is who's going to play at left back. There's been a little bit of flip-flap from Russell Martin. Obviously, to start the season, it was Ryan Manning. Then James Bree had a few games. Now it's gone back to Manning. And personally, I think that we're still having an issue with letting in far too many goals. Obviously, a few last sort of 5-10 minute goals as well. And for me personally, I'd rather see us keep clean sheets and be less expansive. So I think for me personally, James Bree gets the nod over Ryan Manning there. And a point which I touched on my social media channels, have we got a issue with our goalie situation? Is Gavin Bazunu actually going to be someone that for us we can trust and who the players can trust? Obviously, he had a dodgy spell last season. The last 4 or 5 games, he's been pretty good, but then a few errors have started to sneak back in. And I know, obviously, he has got age on his side, but does it reach a point, perhaps even in January, where the owners think perhaps we need a more experienced option, especially if we're going to chase down those top 2? And that leads nicely on to a big question currently with the injury to Ross Stewart, is that do we need to purchase a new striker in January? Obviously, Che Adams scored in the last game, and perhaps now he gets more of a run in the side and maybe can find some form. But we do have a problem currently of not scoring enough goals and killing off the game and then letting in stupid goals. So perhaps bringing in a new striker, in January can solve some of those goal scoring issues. Currently, really been Adam Armstrong that has got most of the goals and assists, so perhaps a more creative option as well in that midfield area could also help. And then it is getting towards that point of the season where it is make or break for Saints. We can't really drop too many more points. The top 2 have got quite a gap on us. That gap did obviously come down, but now it is up around that 9-10 points again, so maybe it is going to be just playoffs for us this season in that, 3rd, 4th spot. It's going to be tricky to actually gain back those points. Obviously, we've still got to play Ipswich, Leeds, Leicester, but if we do keep on dropping points and silly points as well, and those teams do keep on winning, it is going to be a playoff season for us. And obviously, that's going to be a lot of stress for everyone involved in the club. As I always say, any away game in the Championship is going to be difficult, but I do have faith that Saints are going to come through with the win. My prediction is 2-0 Saints. Okay, that is going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Please make sure, as always, to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions about anything, please let me know down in the comments. Let's hope we can get 3 points, and I'll see you next time.